Today we're going to make sourdough bread, and these are the ingredients. Before I started this video, I put things in this bowl, which were the essentials of flour, which included some slivered almonds, some sour gum flour, some puffed camu, some garbanzo flour, some brown rice flour, some hemp hearts, some dry milk. This helps for the consistency of the bread. If you have problems with lumpy bread that doesn't look nice and smooth on top, add some powdered milk and it should even it out to make it nice looking. Some quinoa, some chia seeds, some soy lecithin granules. This helps. Lecithin is a natural preservative which, keeps the bread soft. And some brown sesame seed, a special wheat flour called einkorn whole wheat flour, buckwheat flour, millet flour, poppy seeds, dark rye flour, and amaranth flour. But over here, we also, have the sourdough, which I explained how to start in some other videos, which I'll try and attach to this one. So this is my sourdough starter. It's basically rye and water, aged over a 3-day process. And cultivated. You have to kind of keep adding water and rye flour periodically. And you can use other flour, but I think rye is probably the best. And then we have salt, oil, flour, the regular whole wheat flour. I always make sure I add at least some of this. I never use the so-called white flour, the wheat flour without the germ, but I do use some whole wheat flour. I only use grains that have the whole grain. I don't think it's good to use other grains. Without the kernel, you have really not much nutrients. So it's important to have all the nutrients, I think. And this time I'm going to try using raisins instead of sugar. So I could add the raisins here. I already added the flour. 1 tablespoon of oil, let's see, 2 teaspoons of salt, and a tablespoon of yeast, which I don't have pictured. Perhaps I'll get that out of the refrigerator. So a couple things in the refrigerator: yeast, which is what is in this tablespoon, and I also added some flaxseed meal. So then the most important and prized ingredient, the sourdough starter. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up and knead it. Maybe I'll try and take a picture of kneading. But it's hard to do with one hand, so I will do that off camera.